Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now this will be my breakdown for episode 7 of the Book of Boba Fett, the season finale. So let's get into this. Now I'll say that it was a good season finale. I think this episode was not on par with the last two episodes that we have of the series, but I think it was good. It was solid. Now I think there are a lot of great stuff in this episode, but I think this series overall is they try to do something, and I think that it didn't work exactly, or it didn't work exactly how the plan they were hoping to. Now I'll say that in large part you can say is Robert Rodriguez. He directed a couple of episodes. He's also the executive producer here, but it just has this different style when the way he directed the episodes, some of the episodes for the series, and the series, it just took so long to really get going. And when the series really it was getting really great and started to find its footing, that we already have to the series, so they have a lot of time and they did very little with that time. And also Jon Favreau, because he write all the episodes for the series except for, I believe, was episode 5, who he co-write with Dave Filoni, and that episode was amazing, and episode 6 was awesome. So those two are the best episodes of the series, and I think in large part thanks to Filoni involvement, but also bringing Mando and the Filoni's character here really helps a lot. So let's get going. Now, the Rancor versus the droid, that was cool. I really enjoyed that fight for the most part. It was quite interesting. Now, this was the longest episode in the season yet, but like not that much happened in this episode, and I blame that in the ridiculous of the amount of time that we spend on planning things and discussing the battle plans, and yes, we're going to do this and that, and some other guy goes, so hey, I have an idea and we can do this, and just a lot of planning. Now, like I said, Jon Favreau, he wrote all these episodes, and I think it was pretty odd given the way he handled the Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Now, I think they wanted to distinguish Boba from Mando, so they took a different approach, and they went to make Boba straight and not being this badass ruthless killer that we have known in the galaxy. I think that was a mistake. There are glimpses in this series of that, but they're not fully realized. Now, the exchange in this episode between Boba Fett and Cam Bane was beautiful, where Bane said, you're going soft in your old age. And Boba said, we all do. And that was really interesting. That's an interesting thing to talk about, to think about. But I think that the series, that it didn't illustrate that very well. I think the series made Boba Fett look weak instead of showing the strength of his restraint and the strength of his changing past. Now, the one time Boba Fett went in for the kill is to take out the fan favorite Cad Bane. And I can't believe that nobody's in the writers' room say, "Oh, I think the fans are going to turn against Boba Fett if we do this." But is Cad Bane really dead? It's hard to tell. I mean, he looked dead, like he was, but yeah, you have to think about his supposed last words to Boba Fett, which Boba Fett, which I knew you were a killer. So Boba Fett proved him right. It was seen that the whole point of this series would be for him to prove Cad Bane wrong. Yeah, he wouldn't show off. Then make that clear to audience to understand, because the return of Cad Bane in the end credit scenes, right? I mean, the whole point is that Boba Fett has changed and he's a better person, and this journey he's went on made him someone new. Why would he then go right back to what Cad Bane expected him to do it? I think that was sloppy, very sloppy. Now let's talk about the Bacta tank. Now Cad Bane's he's there in the tank, and I'm hoping for he gets a really great upgrade, because we know he's getting an upgrade, and I hope he's better than the one Fennec Chan got. Now Fennec Chan was very cool and killing the mayor and the leader of those the Pikes Syndicate. And she was like Batman, very silent. She did kill them like very Batman style. If Batman were to kill. Now, but then Boba Fett and Fennec Chan walking on the street, and it just feel like, okay, so Boba Fett cannot do these things anymore, so that's why he has Fennec Chan, so she can do those kind of things. I think this show is a little bit, they're not clear what they wanted to do with the character. So we have the B team. Now I love that we see the rat catcher there. He's part of the group, but I still don't fall in love with the Vespa Street game. I honestly don't get it. Even though I love Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets. I mean, she's excellent. Now, the only and the only thing who died here was the Gamorreans, the guards of Boba Fett. The die is squealing all the way down. That was sad. Now, the whole detail of this show is just purely contrasted. Outside of the Mando season 2.5 elements here. Now, at least the season finale had a lot of callbacks and payouts, and the best one was Boba Fett finally getting to ride the Rancor. Now the action scenes was weird, not only because of how they were directed, but also it was hard to get a good grasp of what beat what and what specifically. Now, because the Rancor he took out the droids and could take a lot of blaster damage, but then he was sensitive to fire and that, so they didn't really make that very clear. Now, how the dark saber, our favorite blade, couldn't get to the droid force fields, that was pretty weird. I mean, that's a lightsaber, and it's a really powerful one and very cool. So that was very odd. So it cannot penetrate the ship. Now I did like seeing Boba Fett and Mando packing in tandem. That was awesome to see. And again, Boba Fett deploying his iconic Nick gun, not only one but twice. That was very cool to see. I mean, that's one of the best moments in this episode. Now, Grogu and Mando. Now, I love how when Grogu arrives and Luke sent Grogu with a Chorito in the S-Wing alone. And then when Grogu finally reunites with Mando, he uses like the force and jump into him. That was very cute. And Grogu has really a very MVP moments here. He took out the part of the droid there. So I mean, I think he could have destroyed the droid completely, not to take just one part of it. But I like the part that he put the Rancor to sleep, and then he sleep next to the Rancor. That was pretty nice. Grogu always fascinating. Now, I heard for that maybe Mando season 3 will be the last. So that was pretty weird considering how successful that is. But I mean, those characters can always appear in other mediums, in animated or in other series as guest stars, as we've seen already here in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I really, let me say, I like the Book of Boba Fett. I mean, I'm not sorry that I watched it. And I think the Mando season 2 2.5 stuff was amazing. But I think that this show didn't really help the Boba Fett a lot. It was basically a detour for until we get Mandalorian season 3, and I can't wait for that and the other great shows that are coming. Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming very soon. I can't wait for that. But also a big shout out to the production design, the VFX, and the stagecraft team. They all did a great job. And here I thought the backdrops they were done very well. I mean, it's just amazing the technology they're using here. But I think all of they really did a great job in terms of all of that. So yes, I can't wait for the next Star Wars shows. Very excited. I mean, this show was a bit of a letdown, especially for the character of Boba Fett. But I hope that somebody comes in and really do him something really great with him in the future. And let's see, maybe we'll get a trailer for Obi-Wan in the Super Bowl. So I can't wait for that. I think that will be coming very soon in May, as we see. So let me know, what do you think of the Book of Boba Fett. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.